Well, after my husband died about a year and a half ago, I felt that God was going to repurpose me. St. Francis Hospital was so good to him. He was in several times, and I felt like I could volunteer and maybe give something back. So I visited with the volunteer coordinator, and there happened to be an opening in the neonatal intensive care unit, which was perfect because I would be a cuddler. I don't do any nursing. I just hold babies and love on them. Some of these babies have had strokes. They're drug addicted. They have undeveloped parts. One of my precious babies, I ended up calling her Precious because she had no name. Her mother had delivered her on a Thursday night and said, "I do drugs. I'm not going to stop. So here, I'm leaving, and you take care of the baby." And so my blessing is to be able to be that loving arms for them when the mothers can't be there. I get to be with this tiny life that God blessed, that Jesus died for before this child was even born, who knows this child's history, and I just get to be the one that holds that sweet, precious life. And I think as a widow, we miss touch, we miss caring for someone, and just the preciousness of life was just so special to me. I'm not even sure that I have the poetry to describe it. After about a year in the NICU, I was able to get into the No One Dies Alone program. The interesting thing about this program that was started by a nurse, an RN in Washington State, and she had a gentleman who was dying, and he said, "Oh, don't leave me, please don't leave me." And she said, "I'll be right back. I just have to finish my rounds with my meds." And by the time she got back to him, he was gone. And she'd had the courage to listen to God saying to her, we got to make sure this doesn't happen again. I just think it is such a good thing when you listen to God telling you you can serve in a little way. Sometimes you just hold their hand. You just tell them, "I'm here and I'm not going to leave you." And so I have the tiny babies, and I have those that are going home to the Lord. And to me, it is just the most fulfilling, infilling blessing. This is really not about me. This is really about what anybody can do. I am just very unspectacular. I go in my funny-looking little uniform and I serve. I lean into Him for whatever He wants of me. So I think God's character is revealed by my having more of an open heart than I ever thought I could.